Hello friends, and welcome back to Towne Yoga. This is practice 8 out of 10 of our No Pain series, where we're doing 10-minute practices that focus on very gentle stretching and strengthening postures that can help manage chronic pain or even short-term pain. For today's practice, we're going to come to a seated posture for our first two before we lay down on our mat. So for sitting, that's something that can keep a lot of people away from yoga because it's hard to find a comfortable seat. So we have a lot of options for these first two poses. One is you can sit on a couch with a little space side to side, as long as you can kind of find a comfortable, tall spine there. You can come to seated on a kitchen chair or even a desk chair. Then if you want to come towards the ground, you can sit just like I am now with your knees in front of you and your heels back behind you, sitting your bum down on those heels. Some yogis like to tuck their toes under, although that is a big stretch for the bottoms of the feet. But if it's comfortable, you can come to seated here or switch on and off between this and the other. Or you can come to that kind of traditional yogi seat with the crossed ankles. And if you choose to try out this crossed ankles posture and you like it, except your knees are a little high and maybe your back's rounding behind you and it's hard to sit comfortably, then you can take this same posture but just lifting your hips up to give you a little bit more space to settle down. And for that, you'd put just a few pillows, blankets, or even a bolster underneath your hips. And that's what I'll do today. I'm going to take this pillow and slide it under my hips. And then you just want your ankles down in front of your props, and that'll kind of give you that space to open. You might feel your pelvis come forward a bit, and now you can find that nice tall spine. And that's where we'll start, is with a nice tall spine and any one of those seating options that feel good to you. And if your knees are accessible, take your hands to your knees and just use that pressure of your palms down to kind of lift your chest up. And then engage the muscles of your belly, drawing just below your navel up and back towards your spine. A little engagement here. And this is where we're going to start our practice with some torso circles. As you exhale, allow your spine to gently round, letting your chin come towards your chest. As you inhale, sweep off to the side a bit, and then send your heart forward, lifting your chin up. Exhaling around to the opposite side and then back. Inhale as you sweep out and then send your heart forward. Exhale as you sweep around and then send your heart back. And take a few breaths here, just exploring the motion. You can move as fast or as slow as feels good to you. You can make really small circles or maybe exaggerate the movements and take them really large. And you can focus more on circling at your hips, or maybe you kind of move the motion a little into your shoulders, or even your neck if that feels good to you. So really make this posture your own as you circle here for about 1 or 2 more rounds this direction. Let's take 1 or 2 more last circles before pausing with a rounded back, letting your chin come to your chest. Then gently send your heart forward, lifting your chin up, and press back to a nice long spine again. We're going to circle the opposite direction, so if you'd like, you can switch the cross of your ankles so the opposite foot comes on top to find evenness, or maybe switch your posture to a different seat. Whatever you'd like, find a nice long spine again. Hands to knees to lift your heart. And then as you exhale, round your spine, letting your chin come towards your chest, and sweep off to the opposite side. Before sending your heart forward, maybe lifting your chin up, and exhaling around and back, circling in our second direction. As large or small movements as you like, as you link your unique movements to your unique breath. Take a few more rounds here, really enjoying as you just explore a bit. Sometimes it is exploring the edges of pain, and that's okay. Just mindfully moving to see if this helps. The next time you come to a rounded back, pause here again. Inhale, sending your chin forward, lifting your chest gently up. And then exhaling back to a nice tall spine. And we're just going to take a little side to side movement here, maybe staying in this seat or coming to another option. I think I'll switch to kneeling. And then when you get a chance to settle in, you just find that long spine again. And then from here, strengthen your belly as you lift your navel up towards your spine. And you're going to reach your right hand up to the sky. And then send your right hand over to your right side, your palm facing down. And you can let that come all the way to the mat, maybe leaning over a little bit. Down to the couch, or if you're up in the air, just reaching down away from your body. And then you can just lean away from that arm, letting your ear come towards your opposite shoulder. Or you can come towards the same shoulder and reach your opposite arm overhead, reaching to the side. Yogi's choice. Take whichever one feels best for a few rounds of breath here. Inhale, slowly coming back to center. And then you'll take your left hand overhead. Turn your palm out as you lower your fingers down. And you can choose to lean away, right ear to right shoulder. Or at any point, you can choose to lean towards, turning your right hand up and then reaching overhead. Making any little adjustments that feel good in your body, maybe bending elbows, moving your chin. Just finding a stretch here for 1 or 2 more rounds of breath. Slowly bring yourself back up to a nice tall seat. And now we're going to come to laying on our mat. So you can come off your chair if you're on a chair. And then if you're cross-legged or ankles behind you, just take time to bring your legs out and plant your feet down in front of your body. Hands to knees for a bit of a hug. And then just scoot to the top of your mat so you have space to roll back behind you. Of course, the mat is optional. Just make sure that you have clear space for laying back. With hands to your knees, find a nice long spine. And then take your hands back by your hips and slowly bend your elbows as you lower your back down, walking yourself to your mat. And you want your heels to come in nice and close towards your bum. And you can leave your hands on your belly or by your sides, palms up or down. And your knees can stay facing up to the sky, or maybe you let them fall in towards each other. And this is just for a few grounding breaths here before we take a windshield wiper pose. Slowly begin to walk your feet apart, taking the soles of your feet a little bit wider than your hips. And then your arms can stay by your sides, or maybe you open them out wide into a T, or interlace your fingers and let them rest on top of your ribs, yogi's choice. And we're just going to take our legs side to side. So as you exhale, lower both of your knees over to the right, letting your left hip come up a bit. Just being very gentle. As you inhale, turn your knees back towards the center. And then exhale, lower them both to the left, letting your right hip come up. And you'll just rock side to side here, inhaling your knees to the sky, exhaling them over to one side. Letting your breath guide your movements. Maybe you choose 2 or 3 breaths per movement. Just link it in a way that feels meaningful to you. And as I roll onto the dog bed, I know it can remind you it's a nice prop. If it's a little too much to come towards the ground, you can put pillows on either sides of your knees so you don't have to come quite as deep into the windshield wiper twist. And take about 1 more side to side. The next time your knees come up towards the center, let them fall in towards each other, bringing your palms face up by your sides. And we'll end here, letting your back relax down towards the earth for a little bit. Maybe when you want to get up, you roll to your side and use your palms to press your torso. I hope that you're enjoying this No Pain series. If you want more information about pain management, some of my views on yoga, and even some fun nutrition and healthy lifestyle information, you can head over to towneyoga.com, where I have a lot more resources and ways to interact, and I'd love to see you over there. I'm going to take a moment to bring hands to heart and let you know that the light in me honors and respects the light in you. I hope you have a great day. Namaste.